How's it going, everyone? Michael Blake here, and this is Rambling Movie Takes, coming at you with a discussion video where I explain more details in regards to Zack Snyder's Justice League and what the original idea was before the crap hit the fan with Batman v Superman and caused Warner Brothers to change course completely. But that original idea could happen after all. And I will explain. Do understand that there are potential spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to know anything, if you do not want to know anything, if you want to go in clean, then steer clear of watching any further. But before you check out, please drop a thumbs up. Please drop a thumbs up and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated, and I will love you forever. That's not weird. I can tell you that. It is okay. Anyways, let's get to it. Again, potential spoilers ahead. You have been warned repeatedly. Seriously, it's in the thumbnail. Back in 2018, Zack Snyder held a fan event in California where he screened director's cuts of some of his movies, including Batman v Superman. And after the screening, he took questions from fans, where many of whom asked questions in regards to Justice League and what some of his original ideas were, and how the original script differed from what we got in 2017. That is when the bomb was dropped, ladies and gentlemen. Snyder's original idea for Justice League saw the team kill Steppenwolf, only to, in the end, after they think they have won, to be met by the Dark Lord of the planet Apocalypse himself, Darkseid, who boom tubes into the Batcave, killing Wonder Woman and apparently Aquaman along with Lois Lane, which causes Superman to snap as he succumbs to the anti-life equation, resulting in the dark future that was teased in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, the Nightmare Vision, which was to set up Justice League Part 2. In Part 2, the story takes place 5 years later, in a post-apocalyptic timeline that sees Batman, the Flash, and Cyborg just trying to survive and find a way to save what's left of humanity now that the Earth is controlled by the tyrannical new god, ruler, Darkseid, and evil Superman, who has been completely mind-warped thanks to the anti-life equation. Basically, Part 2 was supposed to be a time travel story. And for those of you that are thinking it, no, this was not an effort to copy the MCU and the endgame plot. As a matter of fact, there are conspiracy theories that Jeff Johns sold out this idea to Kevin Feige, who is the producer over the MCU. I don't know if that's true or not. Anyways, basically, Batman and Cyborg send Barry, aka The Flash, into a boom tube to send him back to the past to somehow stop the events of, and that led to Part 2 from happening. Somewhere in all of this, Batman gets killed by Darkseid, sacrificing himself to save the League as well as all of humanity. I don't know about you, but I personally think all of that sounds really cool. But it no doubt would have made a lot of fans and audiences angry. Imagine watching a Justice League movie for the first time. We finally get this big team-up movie only to see some of the characters get killed off, and for Superman to turn evil at the hands of Darkseid, I certainly understand why Warner Brothers got cold feet with this idea. But they knew what was up way before Batman v Superman even came out, and they greenlit it, so they should have seen things through instead of going into panic mode and making a mess of things, which started with Suicide Squad back in 2016. But the studio meddling started during Batman v Superman's production. That led to the movie becoming one big setup movie for the DCEU, as it was originally meant to be. And let's not forget that Warner Brothers mandated that the film be cut down by 30 freaking minutes for the theatrical release, which just made a huge mess of the movie that no doubt resulted in the backlash that the movie received. Anyways, I'm doing it again. I'm rambling. So with Zack Snyder's Justice League not being canon and essentially being considered an Elseworld movie, which for those of you that don't know what an Elseworld story is a story that takes place in an alternate universe, so to speak, and doesn't have to follow the rules of the main canon, which in this case is the story laid out in the movies that follow Batman v Superman since 2016, except for 2017's Wonder Woman, which should tie into the Snyder Cut very well. The Justice League movie that we got in 2017 is considered canon, along with Aquaman and Shazam and Birds of Prey and the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984. Basically, this version of Justice League and anything, if anything, that comes after will be considered like a sort of what if story, or like what if this happened type story. Confused yet? Like, I don't blame you. I would be confused too if I didn't understand what they were doing. Like, if I had not taken the time to understand what they were doing, I would be confused as all hell. But anyways, this is the problem that Warner Media is going to run into, is they have to keep the casuals from being completely confused. And the best way to do that, I guess, is to just hammer it home that Zack Snyder's Justice League takes place in an alternate timeline that's not beholden to anything except Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, possibly Suicide Squad, I don't know. Now, could the scary idea that Zack Snyder talked about at the SnyderCon back a couple years ago, could it happen now that it's been established that Zack Snyder's Justice League isn't connected to the main timeline? I mean, there is additional photography happening right now as we speak, so I think it's possible. I think it would be pretty badass to have this mini-series set up a series that takes place in the Nightmare timeline led by Ben Affleck's Batman. They could just call that series Injustice, based on like the video games, but kind of different. It would be a lot different actually, but still, same like premise. You get it, anyways. But that's where they would take the inspiration. That's where the inspiration would likely come from. I think that could be the next big thing for HBO. I really do. I guess we'll have to wait and see, though. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But anyways, guys, that is my video. Thank you so much for watching. If you listened to my ramblings and made it to the end of this video, then you, my friend, are the real MVP, and I truly appreciate you more than you even know. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe buttons. It really helps the channel so much. With that being said, I'm Michael Blake, and this has been Rambling Movie Takes. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.